Hello everyone, I'm going to do my flash talk about research methodology now. Before taking this course, my impression about RM, it's pretty much like the first picture shown here. It's a lot of numbers, information. It's pretty much very ambiguous to me. After taking this course, I think now I could draw a whole clearer picture about RM and obtain some new insights, okay? I got a more clear vision about how to do a research first. Research process is not linear but cyclic, as we were taught in the class. And I have learned some criteria to evaluate what is really a good research, right? And in the following, I'm going to focus on talking about methodology part, which is also at the core of the course. Generally, they are qualitative and quantitative and mixed methodology in the study, right? First of all, for qualitative research methods, there are various kinds of ways like case studies, interviews, and so on, right? But I still remember there is a question how to evaluate this methodology. It's really good, right? And after learning everything, I summarized the two main factors based on my own understanding. Internal and external validity. Internal validity is related to how accurately the research findings mirror reality. And external validity focuses more on the application of findings of one study to another situation or another case. But here's a question: how to ensure this? So this is something I just kept thinking about in the past few days. First of all, I think triangulation is very important. For example, we can conduct two or more questionnaire surveys and semi-structured interviews to improve the validity here. That is, we say the triangulation of the study. And also we can do the member checking. For example, if we conducted an interview or something else, the interview transcripts can be sent to the participants for member checking of the accuracy of the data, right? And also we can do the auto trailing record, especially when we make some important decision in the research, right? And cross-case analysis is also very contributive. And for the external validity, remember this consistency, I think is very crucial. That is, when we do the surveys or interviews, I think we'd better use the same criteria to select the participants and the same survey questions and same structured interviews. That is, we say the consistency of the data, right? And more, all right, so let's move on to the quantitative research methodology. I still remembered how can we ensure this finding did not appear by chance, right? So the answer is using p-value. Basically, we want to be less than 0.05, right? Which means we have the confidence to say, oh, this finding is something different, all right? Okay, but how to get p-value? There are two kinds of ways, ANOVA and regression test, right? And the results in ANOVA and regression are shown in T and F statistics, right? So normally we say we want high differences, but low error, just like showing in this this picture, all right? For example, let's take a look at this picture. This is also the picture example shown in our slide, right? So in this study, we can see the signal, it's 6269 point blah blah, right? And the error is 52 point something, right? So we use this equation and we can get the F statistic. It's 118 point something, right? So using this value, we can say, oh, this finding, we can be very confident to say this finding is valid, right? Okay. So now I'm going to move on to my proposal, the key highlights, by illustrating the key highlights. Now, the question one is, what is my topic? My topic in my research is how do Chinese English teachers in Shenzhen International and Public High School perceive and practice intercultural competence, respectively. And research question it mainly involves the perception and practice, and also finds the external or internal factors and find more implications for the teachers and some other stakeholders. And the methodology in my study, I adopted its questionnaire survey and semi-structured interviews for 30 minutes. So now I'm going to say, okay, one more question is about what I have done so far. I have just finished the data collection part, okay? Now I'm going to focus more on illustrating the thematic analysis, which is involved in my data analysis part, okay? So we know there are 6 steps in the process of thematic analysis. First of all, the initial step in the study involves reading and reading the open-ended responses from the survey and translated interview transcripts in English, because this can allow me to become more familiar with the data and record, all right? And also the technique I used in my data analysis part is called NVivo, which is famous for interpreting the qualitative materials, okay? And the second step involved identifying reoccurring patterns or things in the data, and the relevant data was then compared, analyzed within this note, all right? And thirdly, all the data related to the identified things will be organized and collected, all right? And then we got the code list and also the categories. For example, the teacher's perception in one school or teacher's practice in one school, all right? This kind of main categories. And fourthly, we can get the thematic map. All right, this is what to reviewing the relationships between the themes and the code extracts. All right, okay, and finally, the selected extracts and displayed vivid and intriguing features will be analyzed in relation to my research questions I just shown before. All right, so this is so much about my flash talk today. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.